Happy Friday, y'all. If you did not know who that was, it was the one and only infamous Sade.
Yay!
And so with that said, we want to welcome you to the FFA.
What's going on?
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Yes.
Sade, smooth operator.
You know that, SMO.
You know who I am, your girl Hillary. What's going on?
Yeah.
It's Friday, dog.
It's Friday, man. That was a whole,
Vibes. We forgot the camera running, go, action.
right, like,
It was
whoa.
vibing. Hey.
Yeah.
How's it going?
It's been a week.
It's been a week.
It's been a week.
I can dig it. It's good to see you. We here, made it back, y'all. A whole week has come and gone, and it is time for the F Effect, where we talking all things. Little football, little sports, little foolery, and
Little foolery.
you know, a lot of foolery today. I feel like we got a lot of foolery. So let's just jump right into it.
Well, as we do, like everything else, we gotta share our drink card with you. Our drink pick this week is a Cajun Bloody Mary. I just feel it goes good with, you know, about to be summertime vibes. And also, like, this is like if you are hungry and you want to skip the carbs, like those type of carbs, like come and get you a Bloody Mary drink. I mean, it does the spot. So what you see on the screen, you have our Cajun Bloody Mary, what you need is 1 cup of ice, 1.5 ounces of vodka, a teaspoon of sea salt, some tomato juice, 3/4. Of course, your favorite hot sauce. Like, I'm going with Frank's.
Okay.
You know.
I do Wheezy all day.
do Wheezy?
Wheezy, baby.
Okay.
Louisiana, that is.
Got you. You got to have your Worcestershire sauce, a dash of, like, you know, a little salt and pepper, celery, of course, olives. But if you want to take it up a notch, man, go get you some pickled okra. Get you some pickled green beans. For those who like if you are a meat carnivore, like go ahead and add you a piece of bacon in there. Me, I'm gonna hold pass on that, but no, you can really get funky with this.
Can you?
Get funky.
I see how the little Bloody Mary was. It's not my drink of preference, but this sounds amazing. And folks, the only reason we're not entertaining today because we did our drinks prior, and you know we want to be able to take y'all through a lovely show. So today we couldn't participate and sip on that, but we really truly hope you enjoy it. So make it at home. It sounds wonderful. This is a good one, Frank.
And yeah, and I think like the next best similar thing is like, is it called the Mochelata beers, which is beer and tomato juice.
With the tomato juice.
You can get like funky with that. I honestly like them both. I'm a tomato juice type of girl in vodka, so.
Like you said, good for the summer. I think I've come to the conclusion every time somebody say summer, I'm going to sing that song because it is summertime and I'm just so excited. 91 today, right? So let's talk some sports. What's going on? You know, I typically always start with just a little bit of Chiefs news.
Go ahead.
Not much is happening, y'all. Like, you know, it's funny, Patrick. I'm sorry. You like I'm on a first name basis. But our quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, did say that he was aiming to have a first time 20-0 record. Now, you know, I don't like the pressure, but 20-0 would mean we'd win all of the regular season plus the 3 postseason. So, when you hear your quarterback talk like that, you can't help but get ecstatic. And I know you want to say something, so say what you got to say. But I'm going to keep it short and I'm going to keep it brief. Not a lot's happening in the Chiefs camp. Patrick is ready to play. He said if we could play today, he'd play today. Unfortunately, one of our off-season pickup O-lines as we're trying to build our O-line. Right guard Kyle Long got hurt in Wednesday's practice, so he hurt his knee.
Did he get hurt on?
Yes, it was actually during minicamp. It was during minicamp. It was during minicamp. He said he has no regrets. You know, he came out of retirement to come and play with us this off season. I know.
What is up with these niggas coming out of retirement? We can't go find anybody else out there on the semi-pro league. What's up, man?
Not knowing enough. Some parts of me be like, do they do that to just get out and be like, okay, I'm done with that team, and does it start afresh if they say I'm coming back? And so maybe they no longer have to be with the team. I'm not sure. I'm not saying that's right, folks. But that was like a sad for us this week. But we're very hopeful that he will be able to still start with us when the season begins.
Well,
So yeah.
let me say, Brett Favre did that, and I have to talk about Brett Favre because we're gonna talk about a little Green Bay Packers news.
Well, is there Broncos news?
There is some Broncos news, but I just, I just want to mention Brett Favre did that retirement.
Brett was in truth.
Came back and it went to a rival team, but it shook some shit up.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Excuse me, had to wet my palate. Well, tell me what's going on with Broncos. I mean, that's all with Chiefs news, folks. I don't really got too much more. Again, still in the kitchen.
I chuckled when you said Patrick Mahomes want to go 20-0 season. I think that is amazing. You keep that faith, brother. You keep that faith. But you know what? You got to come, according to Pro Football, again, has ranked this year Broncos secondary the best thus far. The best secondary. So although he wants this, 20-0, you got to come through us. And so I'm going to say I got some faith that it's not going to be that easy. You got to come through us on this D. Listen. And then, and there's some reason why we are ranked this. We signed cornerbacks Kyle Fuller and Ronald Darby in free agency. And, I already talked about PS2 last week. I'm not going to do it again. And and we really didn't get to see what they could do last year because of the injuries, But this is what we're ranked. That secondary.
Okay.
I'm just saying. That's what Broncos is doing right now. And I will say, it is the battle. It is the battle of the quarterbacks right now. You got Teddy Two Gloves and Drew Lock battling out. It was this week on the field.
Let's go, Teddy.
It was this week on the field to see who deserves it. So we're about to see. There's still some hope with Aaron. But for right now, we have to worry about what's in front of us, and what's in front of us
why you keep trying to out-talk me.
Who's at the helm, and who's at the helm, who's at discussion in the helm is, I'm talking, who's at discussion in the helm is right now is Drew Lock and Teddy Two Gloves.
Be small, like I can't even shoot.
That's where we at. That's it. That's all. We are moving on to other football news. What you want to say, Hillary?
I don't want no smoke.
Say something.
That threw me off. I tried to slide in there. You went up a level. Like, I can't talk now? We ain't talking together? No, I don't got nothing to say.
No,
I feel like I was just going to chime in and say, now, I did hear some little mishaps that Deshaun Watson mentioned he wouldn't mind.
Girl, shut your mouth.
Ow. You didn't hear it? Well, first and foremost, cases are still going on, but that brother, we hoping the best for you. No, it's still, that didn't just go away.
I'm still to his defense. If a nigga hop in your inbox talk about he want a massage, there's gotta be a pause there that says, well, what kind of massage is he talking about?
And he's a happy massage? So we're not going there.
But
we're just going to say that he made a comment on, who's the guy that used to play with y'all, Talib, his show, and he told a friend that he could see himself here in Denver, which I thought that was like a no, wasn't going to work for him, but apparently, thoughts in his head.
Listen, we got some upper management, so I'm not putting anything past anything anymore.
She's got two Jewish children.
Right, and I want to see Teddy. I want to see Teddy do something. So
I think this could
first
be
time
his
you'll probably
comeback.
Hear me say good luck.
I think this could be his comeback. Oh, then you'll decide to be a Bronco fan?
No.
You a Nuggets fan?
How dare? Speaking of the Nuggets, we done with the Broncos. Speaking of the Nuggets, folks, let's go. Can we give a hand clap?
Still.
Can we give a hand clap tonight? Our very own Denver Nugget, Nikola Jokic, was crowned MVP of the NBA. Big boy thing.
My team, native, Denver.
You see, she got a native in there.
Stand up.
You started watching the Nuggets win last night?
2 weeks ago.
I ain't gonna lie.
I got a lot to kick it. But I'm a native, so I can go ahead on it.
Oh my God. Okay, whatever. Anyway, shout out to the MVP. A center, that got MVP. He's been balling. Last week I talked about him. Hasn't missed a game. Really is the to the team. Tonight they are playing. We are down 2-0 to the Phoenix Suns. That's Devin Booker and Chris Paul. But those two games were won at Phoenix, which is what was supposed to happen. So now the Nuggets just need to take care of a little business tonight, and then we play again on Sunday. So congratulations to Yoki, the Joker. MVP.
I mean, he's a well-rounded player.
He is.
He's a well-rounded player. He's cold.
He is. He's a baller. Yeah, and a big guy too.
2 weeks ago.
But you've done your research. And,
I'm
and
done.
That's what I like.
I know where he's good at, what he can do, how he's a threat. Yeah.
Yeah, he's nice. He's nice.
I'm trying to creep into basketball
I see
just
you.
a little
I
bit.
see you
Just a little bit.
So, quick, just recap. Right now, we are in the playoffs. We have the Los Angeles Clippers who are playing the Utah Jazz. That series is tied. Well, I'm sorry, it's 2-0 as well, with the Jazz leading that. Of course, I just said Denver and Phoenix. Denver is down 2-0, but tonight we will win. I feel it. And then you have the Atlanta Hawks versus the Philadelphia Sixers. Their series is tied 1-1. And then lastly, the Brooklyn Nets and the Milwaukee Bucks, with the Nets up 2-1 to the Bucks. So let's go basketball. It's full playoff time. I know we keeping our eye on the Nuggets.
3-0, you say?
No, they're 2. It's the Phoenix Suns are up 2-0. So
2-0.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so the Nuggets will then play the next 2 games at home. The hopes is that we will win those 2 games, tying it 2-2. We'll go back to the Phoenix Suns, play there, come back to Nuggets, play here. If we go 7
They are a
games,
team. Like, I mean,
We'll be back in
this gonna be a tough.
this is going to be a good series. I think it's going to be one of those. Of course, we've lost Jamal Murray, who's one of our key players, so it's really showing right now because those last 2 games we did get, we got whipped pretty bad, y'all. But it's okay. We can come back. You know, they had the home crowd. Now the Nuggets will have the home crowd. You know, it's always a different when you at home and you got your support. And I think they said we're at 91% capacity, which is throwing me off.
Like, give COVID.
Oh, yeah, it's COVID's done. 91% capacity, COVID's done. So
Are we done?
Shout out to the Nuggets.
I just heard some interesting fact that Colorado is at 70% of with vaccinations.
Yeah.
So I know at a national level, you know, you hear about herd immunity happening between 70-85%. So does that mean, like, Colorado, we should have herd immunity? Will we be the next Atlanta? White people in Atlanta? We are already.
I'm just listening now. When people
White
talking
person
COVID,
saying
I'm just...
Yeah.
Just piercing my lips because I don't got no answer. I don't understand nothing that's happening with this.
Either.
I don't understand one thing, y'all. Like nothing makes sense to me about COVID. So I just choose to just be like,
It's almost like it was just made. Like it was there, it was here, it's gone, it's
back.
disappeared. It's
We got the strand now from UK, which is the worst strand, and that's what Colorado has the dominant amount of.
There's so much
I can't
news.
keep
That's
up.
why you can like make and create fake news.
Yeah.
Because there's so much.
There's
There's
so much.
nothing that is consistent about this. I think we're gonna look back on history, and people are gonna be like, they fucked it up. They didn't get it right. They don't know what they were doing.
That's why last week you were talking about your outer spacers coming. They trying to see what's going on down here with all this COVID and
Girl, variant.
yeah,
UFO
right?
are real, y'all. You said she tried to put that out on your out-of-towners, not UFOs. According to the news and the leak report from the government are real, but okay.
So there's let's get back to some sports because I already know where we can go on that. But again, shout out to the Nuggets. There's a lot of sports going on right now, friend. You know, like every sport is happening. You got hockey, you got excuse me, baseball, basketball, Olympics training. So I had to shout out the beautiful
All black girls.
well, they said all black girls. I think that was a story that our Olympic gymnastics team was going to be all black, but they still have to do like the preliminary. So once that trial happens, then they'll determine that. But I think it's looking like that. But the biggest thing is Simone Biles is the 7th U.S. senior woman all-around title, most in history. So she's won her 7th. No one else has done that. So, again, we got to give a hand clap. Shout out to I think it's Simone.
And she's doing flips that, like, nobody else can do
No, that's
on the carpet.
Thank you for bringing that
were
up.
you talking about, like, there was something about people are saying, it's not fair? Like, huh? Like, are people really now trying to say that her athletic ability provides her an advantage over other people who supposedly should have the same athletic ability to compete? Like, come on, man. If she can do a flip and you can't, she can just do a flip.
Now
and
they're
you
looking
can't.
at us like, yeah, why do they have all these powers and these natural skills and talents and abilities? It's not fair. Like, now what?
Because we the chosen people. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
Out there. I mean,
Don't
what?
get right there. They ain't ready for that. They're not ready for that. But yeah, I hear you. But shout out to her. That's huge, to get her 7th, and no one else has done that. And she's only what? She's not even 25 yet.
What happened to Gabby? I ain't heard nothing
What
about
did happen
Gabby
to Gabby?
Douglas.
I seen her on some Wheaties, and I ain't seen her no more. I'm being honest. Like she was. They did a whole, and she had a show, right? Didn't they do a movie about her? A little Lifetime special.
Did they on
Yes.
Gabby Douglas?
They sure did. It was real quick, but it was there.
So, friend, as I talked about earlier, about Brett Favre, and the Green Bay Packers. But can we just say the Green Bay Packers just signed another quarterback to the roster? This is their 5th quarterback that's on the roster. 5th. They got 5. They got 5 quarterbacks on the roster.
Are you implying that Aaron ain't coming back?
That's what I'm saying, y'all. That's what I'm saying. I think that it's becoming, apparent that he out of there, B. It's just where he going. It's just where he's going. Come on. He want to come to the Mile High City. So does Deshaun.
And so does Deshaun.
So does Deshaun.
Does Deshaun come? Well, I did not know that. I did not know that Green Bay had drafted 5 quarterbacks right now.
5 quarterbacks, yeah. Just wanted to put that out there.
And that's not normal, right? You usually have like maybe 3?
Yeah.
That seems a little That seems a little.
Yeah.
Extra.
They liked this new little quarterback, and forgive me, I don't have his name. That was on their practice squad that came out. I was like, oh, we'll sign him. I don't know.
Well, I know they had Love, who was saying he's ready to jump up. So I really, really hope they can work it out, and I really hope Aaron Rodgers, can go on back to where home is.
I'm sure you do.
No,
you don't want him here.
No, it's not. It has nothing to do with that. It's because he's done so much. He's done so much there that I'm like. Yeah. So we talked last week about trades, and I know it was him, and then also Julio Jones. Mm-hmm. Now, I need to make a correction. Last week I said Julio Jones was a part of the Atlanta Hawks, which actually he's Atlanta Falcon. My bad, y'all. Hawks is the basketball team. Falcons is the football team. But he was traded to the Tennessee Titans, so that trade, I was hoping maybe Kansas could have picked him up, but... It's okay.
Everybody.
No, he would have been good. He would have been good. But we'll have to see him in Tennessee. So he's a Tennessee Titan now. Another correction I wanted to correct. I know last week we were talking about Tim Tebow. And we said he had been out the year playing football for 10 years when actually it was only 6 years. But still a long time.
So has there been some talk about his number? Like Julio Jones' number?
There probably has been. I've been more focused on the trade. I don't know, is he trying to change his number?
Because I know it's something for him, it's the starting receiver, A.J. Jones, is wearing his number or something. So, I'm wondering if the nigga's I want my number. I'm at this team.
A.J. Brown.
If you a receiver, no, I want my number. So does that cause some
yeah, they can cause a little friction, but what they just do is take the number and times it times 0 or something, don't they? Didn't somebody want to be 0 and then they just made it 00? So what do you want to be, a 1? Make it a 1.
I
one
mean,
dash.
I think where it happened was with growth, right? Within this story is because normally a nigga is gonna cause some friction. It's gonna cause some freaking drama. The word is, friend, he was shit, I'm gonna go ahead and wear a number.
Good for him. Good for him. That's great.
Growth, right?
Listen, I don't know a lot about Julio. Besides, I didn't know he was good. He's one of them names you hear, Julio. Julio. I gotta be so honest. It's messed up. I didn't know he's African American. He's a brother. He is. Did you not know?
Oh, you thought he was? I don't know if that. I'm not gonna say no. You thought he was of another descent, ethnic descent.
Long time ago.
Is that what you? Oh, okay. Ocho Cinco. No. I'm joking with you.
Ocho did, but Ocho did try it. Ooh, Ocho Cinco. Chad.
Listen, the way how they just brought back Tim Tebow, you might as well bring back Ocho.
Well, Ocho's doing it big on the podcast list. He do a lot of interviews. I think him and Brandon Marshall got a podcast.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah, they do it big.
Get
Everybody, didn't I just say everybody's in the podcast? Everybody. That's a whole nother subject, but everybody's in the podcast. So yeah, I just wanted to make those corrections, and I think there was the last thing I wanted to just talk about sports, because I know we're kind of not a lot's going on, but the Colorado Avalanche was top team in the regular season. Unfortunately, they lost last night. So, give a shout to the Avs. Shout out to the Avs. You know, I don't per se watch. You know,
Go Avs! Because you might.
but I know
I'm in
that's
Denver.
what I was trying to get to.
I'm in Denver.
But as a native, do you watch?
Hell no, I don't watch that.
Oh, okay.
But go Avs! Let's go.
Well,
I will root.
they're going home now. But
well,
shout out to y'all. I was shocked to even learn that they was like one of the top teams in the regular season. So I think that's dope. Denver got some pretty decent sports teams. Got some decent sports teams.
You know, one time like our baseball team, the Rockies was balling.
Okay.
Back in the day.
Oh, okay.
But in our,
You said back.
In our era.
You know, shout out to y'all. It made me realize, like, okay, they were surrounded by some good sports. All but the Broncos. No, I'm just playing. That's a good team, too. All right. Well, what else is happening? Let's keep it moving. You know, I want to get into a little foolery.
Man, go. Where you going?
Just a little bit of foolery. Let's just start. So, folks, let's just jump into it.
Go. Where you going?
So last week, we kind of was late talking about Kwame Brown. So if you don't know this story, Kwame Brown is an ex NBA player. He was first drafted. He was like a number 1 pick. Everybody claims him, because he was picked by Michael Jordan, Washington Wizards. And they said when he came onto the team, he just had no leadership. He's a young boy, 17 years old. They honestly said Mike did him dirty. Yes, Michael Jordan did him dirty, kind of didn't really groom him, didn't really give him what you need. 17, you're just coming in, all the pressure. And so with all that said, he still plays 16 years in the league, been done. Few weeks, maybe a month or so back, his name was brought up, but has always been brought up. Like, he's kind of like something that has happened, in the industry. People always talk about Kwame. Well, they just call him a flop, a bust. People always relate to him as a bust because he didn't shine how he should have shined. And so there was, podcast world. There was a podcast where 2 individuals said something about him, and enough was enough. They woke the beast. They woke the beast. So out comes Kwame. He goes ham. He's talking of, everything. Gives them the blues. And so from then to now, it's still going on. Other commentary or people have jumped in. There's been a lot of commentary just about, like, people saying that Kwame is roasting everybody and y'all shouldn't have messed with him because now you're seeing, he is roasting. He's talking facts. Well, I'm going to say he's talking facts. I don't know. But, calling names, Becky with the good hair. These are men folk he's talking about. I'm being cautious here. I don't want to say names and get it out. You got to be. I don't want to step on anybody. Yeah, he's called someone Becky with the good hair.
A man.
He's talked about a man's sexuality. He's brought up one of a very hot radio hosts, allegations about rape charges. Like, he's going in, girl. Like, he is going in. Even some of our favorite top dogs, like, he is really, really, like, going in. And so, in doing so, he's bringing on other guests, and he brought on, who? The one and only?
Judge Joe Brown, you guys.
And we're trying to be, I don't want to
some
say.
context of who Kwame is, because prior to that, I had I didn't put.
Who'd you say Kwame Brown was?
I thought he was the mayor. The corrupted mayor who done got out and moved on with some mistress now.
Right.
So that's who I thought it was Kwame.
His name is Kwame.
But
I
then I was like, Kanye done moved on too.
You didn't know any of it.
With the supermodel. But it's
a lot going on with Kwame Brown. So if you know, and if you don't know, go Google. You can get it all. You can see what I'm talking about when I'm talking about, radio personalities, the individuals who started this whole kickoff that even, like I said, woke the beast. And so now Judge Joe Brown has joined the conversation with Kwame Brown on his side, and they're talking about way more than just what it peaked from.
I think what I caught was like, and we're going to watch this clip a little bit later because I'm going to let you get into it. Like, I peeped the quip of where he was talking about our second in command a little bit. But you made it
about a lot.
But you had to remind me, like, well, what? There's some funny booties? What? Give me that. Because tell me what happened.
So much.
Transgender-ish, because we got to talk about it. Like,
well, that's deeper into Judge Joe Brown. I think he was really trying to bring in Judge Joe Brown because again, a very popular radio host really got on this bandwagon and kind of said something about Kwame, and Kwame ate his ass up. So much to the point that the radio host made his own self Donkey of the Day. Because he almost was like, I'm sorry, pretty much, because they got into Kwame, talked about his family. They, was talking about his daddy, who was a gangster. Like, they were really tapping in all on this this ongoing joke that Kwame's a bust, right? And so it started one place and it went someplace else. And a lot of people have spoke on this issue. And so he brought him in to really talk about this radio host that he was trying to roast on and really talk about who they are and what that show really represents. It's a very popular, hip hop, everybody for the culture radio show that people tune into. And so, he was just trying to say how this show is like, we should stay away from it. People have these platforms and they choose to break brothers down like Kwame. When you could talk about anything else, you're talking about breaking a brother down and how he was a flop. But then when you look, there's a lot of flops who are white. Like, y'all don't talk about them other flops. And I have to think about that stuff because we do hear, we're like, oh, what? But then, Kwame's coming with like, nah, y'all not going to keep using me as a target. And now I'm going to make y'all the target. And I'm going to talk about y'all. And I'm going to talk about all the stuff that you have done wrong. And so Judge Joe Brown. Exactly. He's exposing them. So Judge Brown came along for the ride. And so he started to expose as well. And he started to say a lot of things about a lot of people. He went to the left. You listen.
Well, no, because before we even get into the insulting remarks that he made about our second in command, it sounds like Judge Joe Brown also has some things around masculinity and how that, our black men are being portrayed in the media. And we had a conversation about it. Like, we've moved to this era, like, where almost every TV show, damn near demasculates a man.
Yeah.
And makes them either gay, transgender, or bisexual in every show. And I think for us, it's like, well, if we going by what science says,
strictly science,
just strictly science, strictly science. Like, science says the norm really that should be portrayed on a TV show should be between a man and a woman, because a man and a woman produce. If you're just going off of science,
and you're talking about the science of men and women being able to produce. So when you're talking about family and moving it and growing, science says it takes a man and a woman.
And so I can almost see like where Judge Joe Brown is like, dang it, I'm tired of every show. Like, that is the leading norm. Yeah. Because in what science says, that is not our norm. Right. And so, yeah, it's all very tricky. But at the same time, we talked about it again. Like, once you open up that gate, if we are going to be a more inclusive society, you got to let everything pass. And so, yes, if that white man feels like he's a Chinese man,
you can wake up
that a Chinese man.
I'm checking the box.
I'm checking the box saying that I'm Chinese. Yeah. And who are we to say that he's wrong? Because if he feels like she's a she, we let that pass. Or she's a he, we let it pass. Yep. And so I'm just saying that, y'all, if we're going to be inclusive, open the floodgates.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to argue him. I'm not going to argue him now.
And he had a lot to say about that topic. I mean, even from propaganda and what we see and how the news is pushing so much. Man, he had a comment about him. I'm not going to repeat, but he called
now.
Y'all can check it out.
He is extreme.
Go check it out. My mouth dropped on some of it.
He is extreme. We're going to play a little clip for you, just so that you can see the extremity of who he is. And so this clip again that we're about to air is just him having a conversation and his views of how he feels about someone. We'll let you decide.
She's got 2 Jewish children she adopted. She married a Jewish husband who's got a interesting.
I'm scared to talk about Kamala Harris. I'll let you have that one.
No, she's a witch, and she is a corrupt witch. She's been corrupt her whole life, and she fucked her way to the top.
Oh, Lord.
They used to detail this witch in the LA Times with her sexual escapades. She fucked damn near everybody trying to get up. She used to be a frat hoe when she was at Howard. And she ain't black. You know,
I ain't got nothing to do with this, Miss Harris.
No, I mean, well, don't. But she's
I don't know. I'm just listening. Wow. Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
That's why I had to be like, this nigga done lost his motherfucking
Wow.
mind.
And that's just a little snippet, y'all. Wow. Wow. This is America, Jack. You can say what you want to say. I guess this is the land of the free. Let that man be. Now, I'm not saying I support anything he says because I am pro-women. And I don't believe that a
Why
woman's
she gotta be a
past should be
witch?
her future.
But what makes her, okay, you feel like she a hoe, okay, I get it.
But
I
even
get it.
that's a little bit, you don't
feel-
tap into a woman's
You don't
sexual
call her
past.
a hoe on TV.
Right. Because dudes
But
got
you-
bodies. Like, I don't, that's the one part where I was like, the body count.
Preach.
The body count on somebody's
Preach.
you gonna come in my lady like that? That was the one thing I was
Preach.
like, okay, enough's enough. Enough's enough. But
Men have more bodies than women. Let's start there. Facts, Joe.
facts, Joe.
But why she gotta be a witch though, y'all?
He caught her.
Where's the witch? Where is
That
that?
was a kind remark compared
Oh,
to
and
some of the
then
other stuff.
You
that said.
don't effed your way to the top. Dang, Joe. Nah. Joe done had a traumatic experience with a
Joe
black
was
woman.
telling it like
oh, not a
it
black woman. Let me
is.
not say black woman because he said she ain't a black woman.
She
She
ain't
a
a black
woman of
woman.
color. So, but Joe done had a traumatic experience with a black woman, a woman of color.
Joe
Because he
is
don't like us.
coming, and he's
Woo.
letting it very well be known. But in that same interview, he also shed light on some other things of our actual commander in chief, like
Yeah,
how it
yeah,
was of
he
some
did.
comments that he made in the back in the days. And again, we're trying to just tiptoe because I don't know if this is 100% factual. We ain't made it to the big leagues yet. We'll be there one day, but we can check all of that. You feel me? Like we had that little checker.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was interesting because again, like Kwame, I feel like Judge Joe been chilling. He been quiet. I think he got put off of his show. I think when I read because he had a little drunk rant. I don't think he was drunk during this, but I think that was
that's
why.
what happened?
Again, this is what I
Shut your mouth.
read. He went on a drunken rant and talked about his home station or his home network, CBS or wherever he was on, and they let him go. And so he's known for telling it like it is. This
Okay.
is not his first time.
Okay.
So we just wanted to give y'all an update on the Kwame. Had to get in. Everybody's talking about it. It's made, from major networks to the blogs, the culture. Everybody's just aware of it. So, I'm going to stay tuned and see what's going on. It's probably going to continue to unfold.
And Judge Del Brown, don't you ever talk about a woman of color like that ever again. You can feel some kind of way, but and forgive. Put some forgiveness on your heart. Put some forgive, because you bringing up shit that's happened back in the day. Forgive.
And it's
You need some
almost like, did you
forgiveness.
try and get at her
You need
and
some
she turned you
forgiveness.
down?
That's what it
Because you
was.
going hard at the sister.
That's what it was.
Dang. Dang.
You know it's in that order.
Dang.
So,
So let's get out. Guess who is the sexiest woman alive?
who?
I thought you was gonna fall into that and be like me, like yourself.
Oh!
I thought that's what you was gonna say, but okay, but it's all good. Tiana Taylor. Hand clap, hand clap, hand
She
clap.
bad.
Tiana
Her
Taylor.
body bad.
Yeah, her body's bad.
I need her to stop the plastic surgery, though.
First of all, let me give her props. Where are you going with this? Where are you going with this?
Great. I'm sorry.
First and foremost.
Yes, Tiana.
Can we shout out TT for getting
I love her.
Maximum Magazine's Sexiest Woman Alive on their Hot 100 issue. I go so hard with me, so that's my girl.
No, I love her. She
From
can
Sweet
sing.
16, when she had that lavish, outrageous party,
Yep.
to where she's
On
at
MTV.
now, on MTV, to now, I think her album was like the it album for me. This past one just came out.
We
So
gonna show some photos of her. man.
she's dope.
We
You
gonna
know,
show some-
she's
man,
dope.
She got a cold.
She's slapping.
body.
Her body's slapping for sure. But what
I
did
mean,
you just
look-
say? Did
look
you
at
just
her.
try and
Look
say?
at her, look
There
at her.
she is. Ooh.
Look at her.
Mm.
She got a booty.
Ain't she fine? She is, and the
She
thing
is
is, she's the
fine.
mother
She
of
is
two.
fine.
She's
She
the
is
mother of
fine.
two. She's married to Shumpter. Aman Shumpter. He's an NBA player. But she's a triple threat. She produces, she sings, she's again a model. She's dope, and so and I think it's just huge for Maxim
Look at that
to
fucking body.
name her. Yeah, that body, that six pack stupid.
God.
To name her sexiest woman, black young female.
She had
too.
a rib removed.
Stop.
I'm a hater.
She
y'all.
had no
I'm a
hair.
hater.
That's
Now,
just.
I ain't a hater. Like honestly,
That's probably
like, she's
genetics,
dope.
too.
I love her and her husband's story.
Yeah.
Because she went through some heartbreak prior to meeting her husband. Because she a down ass chick.
What heartbreak? She 10. No, I'm just playing. She not that
She
young,
did.
but then
You know,
she
I
like
think-
24, 20.
Wasn't she dating somebody named a basketball player, Nick or something, who left her for like the girl who played in dang it, who's TT? Who's the
TT?
girl that played in?
Maybe she was with somebody
She
else.
was, and he broke her heart. Her first love, her first everything. Her, you know, she lost her virginity to, and then they played her to the side, and then she wrote a whole little typical. That's funny.
I'm just saying, ain't that typically how I do it?
But I love
but
their
that's her and her
story,
notebook.
so.
Yes, and she gave birth to both her babies at home. I thought it was amazing. This most recent baby, Erykah Badu, came and was her.
Oh, okay. I
Give
thought
it.
it was almost like an accident again. Like, bitch,
No,
take your ass
this
to
ain't gonna be no more
take your butt
accidents.
to the hospital. Ain't we having no more babies popping out on the floor, slipping and
But
sliding.
she can dance her ass off.
Oh,
Dance
yeah,
her ass off.
yeah.
I remember she introduced
one of our
Kanye.
best concerts here in Denver.
What, for real? See, we in concert,
Real
y'all.
spill.
This
Wasn't
was
she
hands
beefing
down
with,
one of the best.
She was
Jeremiah.
beefing with Jeremiah.
'Cause I was really
wanted to
pissed
see
off.
Jeremiah.
Tell it
We
like
wanted
it is.
to see Jeremiah.
I no ticket to see Tiana.
She was the addition, but she came here and laid
Laid it out. Remember, she had a
down.
motorcycle. I mean, the stage was this big. Hero brought the motorcycle out on the couches. She did a whole. I was like, oh, Tiana giving us a performance tonight. Slow it down.
Yeah.
Yes, just a
TT.
beautiful family. Shout out to you, Tiana Taylor. We love you, girl. If you ever want to, call in, let us have a conversation. Just how great you are. And again, that body is dope. So to the sexiest woman alive, hey. I'm not even going to entertain what you were talking in the beginning because
What?
I don't believe it.
Oh,
Yeah, you think she's at work?
of course I do. I'm sorry. Something lips, something forehead, eyes, cheeks,
What?
something.
See, why
Something
can't that
ain't
just be
right.
natural beauty? She
I
was
want
born
it
like
to be.
that.
I want these black women and women of color. I want people
She
to
just
be
did a little
having their
this,
natural
little
beauty.
pullback.
I don't, But then at the end, I'm like, shit. Get your mommy makeover. I'm with it.
And she probably didn't need much. Now, I think maybe
Yeah.
some of this, but I really think a lot of Tiana is just real Tiana. I think that's just her. But, we'll
she
see.
got a rib move. No, I don't. So.
Well, speaking of ladies that are married to basketball players,
Oh, I had to say it
Why
like
is
that.
it like
Basketball.
basketball players, athletes. The Kardashian show is over. Hell of a segue there. You like how I did that? I mean, because they all on there. They mess with somebody.
a season. How you gonna go out
Season
with
has
the
been
weakest
awful.
season ever?
It's been awful.
Ever.
I can't
And yes,
watch.
we watched the show.
And I said
It's about the grind
I
and the
said
hustle,
what I
y'all.
said. I watched the
You
show.
taking some lessons.
I said what I said.
It happens.
Yeah, the show. So what? 10 seasons, 14 seasons,
14 seasons.
20 seasons,
20 seasons, 14 years.
There it is.
Yes.
20 seasons,
Yes.
14 years. The
Canceled.
Kardashians have had a reality show, and not just any reality show, a family reality show.
I mean, you would have thought this shit was a soap opera. It was more than a reality show because the plot lines, you like, no.
What?
Could it be so? Is it
Tears.
true?
It's been a hell of a roller
We've had
coaster.
a marriage end in 72 days. We
You've had a
Kate-
father turn into a mother.
Now wait a minute.
What?
Wait,
We talking
Bruce?
about what did
Now we
happen.
talking about Bruce,
Bruce,
who
Olympics.
done won the Olympic gold medal, what,
Now
1976.
Now Caitlyn.
Now Kate.
Caitlyn. Yes. We saw Kylie grow from a little smut to like power woman, right? I think one year she was like the highest paid,
Yeah.
self-made,
Yeah.
highest paid individual. We saw Rob. Well, we didn't really see Rob.
We did not in the last, 10 years.
We saw Rob, and then we really
was
just
done.
didn't
He
see
was
Rob
done.
no more. But
But
what
China
he got with
came?
Black China, had a baby by
but
Black
let's see,
China.
You know, Kanye wrote that, give me the highlights, and that had a big verse about China. You know, she
Did
helped
it?
him lose some weight.
Oh,
And I
that
wish
is,
my
China
trainer would have
did.
helped me lose some weight. She did.
China did come in. She got her one. She got her
Dream
Kardashian
Kardashian.
kid. She sure did. Kanye and Kim had a fort. What, they got 5?
Let's talk about, but Tyga.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we ain't gonna mention that Tiger was
Kylie.
messing with Kylie when she was underage.
They were friends. He was on the show.
When she was underage.
He was a friend
She was
of the show.
underage. There's a lot that's happened.
They went to Paris. Kim got hijacked or didn't her room. The hotel got broke into. They got married on camera. We saw Chloe get married and divorced and married again. Or no, she just got married.
Divorce, had a nigga with a baby, and the nigga cheated on her.
On her.
While
With
she was
homie,
getting ready to
with
have
the
a
homie
baby.
of the show. With the homie.
Oh,
with the,
no,
with her
that was
sister's homie.
after. No, he cheated on her.
Oh.
He cheated on her when she was getting ready to have the baby. Remember that? And
Oh,
then
okay,
after
the
a few
bowling alley.
years, he kissed her.
He kissed the best friend of the sister.
Man,
It's a lot.
It's been a soap opera, and now
and then Scott, we had Scott Discus, who has pretty much became his own little star, as being a baby daddy of a Kardashian. We did watch Kim get married, divorce, and get married again. Plus a Reggie Bush. Plus another relationship.
Jeez,
like, we didn't watch it all. We didn't watch Chris go from Bruce to Caitlyn. Now she got a black man. Right? Like, we have seen so much, man.
Is the curse true?
I don't
The
know if the
Kardashians.
Kardashians curse is true.
No.
I don't know. Because you see Tristan back with Khloe. They kind of working their family back out. Like, listen.
Women are loyal, man. We might be some influencers, but let me tell you, women are loyal. I mean, Gabrielle Union done been through it. Lala done been through it. Just loyal. You have a baby on me, and I'm still there. I'm still there.
You right. And she's one. I mean, they're right there, like, just holding it down.
Loyal.
But in this situation, Tristan didn't have a baby on her.
He didn't.
He just was doing some things that were not acceptable on camera.
Yeah,
I guess I'm going to talk
do
about
it at 40 weeks. Don't do it when I'm about to have the baby.
That is
You
tough.
shouldn't do it at all.
So 20 seasons. Do you feel like people give so much like bad to the Kardashians? Like, what do you think about the Kardashians? Like, I don't knock the hustle. I know a lot of people come at Kim like, oh, she got her fame off of being, screwing Ray J. I mean, listen, I'm not.
Oh, you said
I'm not for it because really, if Ray J would have blew up, we wouldn't even be having a conversation, right? We talk about the mama being like she's all about pimping her kids out. I mean, who don't want their mama to be their manager? A lot of people in the industry's mamas is their manager, and like she just did it in a good way, right? Like,
listen, my kids blow up. Guess who their momager is?
You.
Me.
You.
100%.
Didn't they say they with all black men and they always with black men? And I'm like, as a sister who's only been with black men, everybody should want to be with brothers. Like, I'm not mad at that. Like, I'm not mad.
That you should find you a Bridget and impregnate them so you can have a nigga kid.
I
His
mean,
verse.
You
not
say
mine.
his verse, not
his
yours?
verse. No, it is his
You
verse,
should
not
want
mine.
a brother. Like, I'm not mad at these young ladies being attracted to black men. So I'm like, are the Kardashians really that bad? Are they just a bad bunch, or did they just get a bad rap because they came on the scene, and anytime you come on the scene and take over, haters gonna hate?
Haters gonna hate.
Okay.
Haters gonna hate. They've had, it's just been a family with many scandals.
But I also like that component. They've always been family, though. They don't really bring in many outsiders.
Yeah, I like the family, like, dimension of them, like the true sisterhood, though, too, like how they got each other's back. That's what we do see, right? Like, of what family should be through the thick and thin. And so throughout all of that, they still remain, like, strong.
Solid.
Like, this is who we are.
Caitlyn,
this has
marriages,
made us. But let me
everything.
tell you, nigga, don't you ever come out on me talking about you. You want to be Sheila. Don't do that, man. Don't do that because not every
I wasn't ready, but I knew where you was
I want to
going.
be clear because not everybody's gonna handle that information and take it the same way. You might
It's
mess
not that you
around.
said I want to be Sheila, but you said I've been playing in your clothes.
Yeah,
In
but
your
no, that's how
clothes
you
and
wake up with
and
some
what
hot
you been
grits on
doing
your ass.
Got me want to be
You
Sheila.
get fucked up and get shot. That's how people get shot when you play with people's feelings like that. And Kris Jenner
but
just
they carry
bowed
it
out.
with so much class and grace, like. That's just her life. Like it wasn't a big it could have been a big crazy debacle, and it wasn't. They just.
I mean, the nigga bashed Kris Jenner on the book that he wrote. He said when he ran into her, he looked at her. She was just, oh, here goes the girl with all the kids, a whole lost dead weight.
Who did? Caitlyn,
yes.
prior to her being Caitlyn? Wait, when?
After him being transitioning to Caitlyn, he wrote a tell-all book and gave a
Bruce, you out of line
recount
for that.
of when he first met.
Oh,
Chris.
okay. When he first
And
met her.
basically it was like,
Okay.
oh, I thought she was like washed up, a lady with 4 kids, a hoe.
Oh.
No, that's what he said. It was
Oh.
very explicit.
Oh.
Oh, so you was giving her sympathy dick. No, that's what he said. Like that's what he
Sympathy dick,
made.
and then put two in her.
And then that's
two
what
in her.
happened.
And there it
it
is.
was wrote. That's the power of the
P-U-S-S-Y. Okay, Chris. And yeah, you are right. When you think about it, Chris got 2 baby daddies. You know, she got a family with 2 baby daddies. Like, you don't really see that most of the time. That's sisters, but you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just don't think they're as bad, but I do want to give a shout out. 20 seasons of anything is worth giving your hats off to.
They
So
definitely changed the game.
100%.
Of how to market, brand.
yep. Everything.
Travel.
They didn't hide anything.
Decorate. Like,
They're in every industry now.
yeah,
Every
stop 'em. I'm
industry,
seeing
yeah.
Chloe on
The
migraine.
makeup, the migraine commercials, like
They
killing
had,
it.
they had a go at Sears. They had this whole Sears collection.
See,
I thought it was one of the coldest collections. Bring it back, Sears. Bring it back. Bring it back, Sears. Or does Sears go out of business?
I think Sears just only
Okay.
does like appliances now, but I don't know, maybe.
Gotcha.
I think. Well, anyhow, we're going to get off the Kardashians, but definitely, y'all, 20 seasons. I don't think it's over for them. I think they'll be independent little shows, but them as a collective, as a family. Because, I mean, after 20 seasons, you tired. You ready to shut the door. Mind your business. Get out my business.
It wouldn't surprise me if we see Keeping Up with the Kardashian Kids.
That's what
spin-off.
I said. It's enough of that
Pay
little
me for that.
mofos.
Pay me for that little.
Nah, they
drop
already
that.
in the making. While we was watching the
Because
Kardashians, they
he-
had another set taping the babies.
He said something so like Scott on the show. He was like, "It's so crazy that this is all that our kids know.
That's
they
it.
grew up in every camera. So, and why would you not want to tape a series where kids can get involved with kid shit?
Yeah.
So,
I
don't
think
know.
they've been taping it. Again, I think
think
they've had
it's
a
coming?
double set.
You
We've
think
been
it's-
watching the adults while they've been taping the kids, and they're going to then say, hey, catch the juniors. KKKJs. Keeping Up with the Kardashian Juniors.
No, yeah, pay us our money, man. Pay us our money. Before we get up out of here, though, I do want to talk about one last thing
Yes.
because we about at that time.
Bring it.
Can we just really talk about the Floyd Mayweather fight against Instagram, YouTube, famous Logan Paul? He's a YouTuber. He's a famous YouTuber, you guys. I know you were talking about earlier his brother knocked out Nate.
Nate, feet up.
But Logan, again, he has 23 million followers on YouTuber for
Insane.
doing just insane shit. Been a fan of boxing, been a fan, did wrestling, and Floyd Mayweather and Logan decided to fight. And we're going to talk a little bit more into it because someone brought up a good point.
I don't like it.
Like, out of anybody that you chose
I don't
to
like
fight,
it.
you fight Logan, right? You fight this guy. Could you have fought anybody else? But you fight Logan, who lost, by the way. But they are saying that Logan is the most will be and is from this fight one of the most successful fighters who have not won a fight. Because what it did, he was already famous. It catapulted who he is. And so the debate is like, really, Floyd?
Burns my butt.
But why? Why does it burn you? Why?
Well, there's a few things
Why?
that I want to just tap into here on this story. First of all, let me just be clear. I didn't watch it. I don't care. I thought that the dude that knocked out Nate was the same dude that was going to watch. That was going to fight Floyd. So I was already in my mind like, what is this? What are we doing here, Floyd? Do you need the money? No. Do you want the money? Yes. Because he was like a walking billboard, right? Like, marketing everything, all of these, people's everything.
Yeah.
So, of course, you get money for everything that you got on that's somebody else's brand. But then exactly what you just said, to go to the comments in the conversation we was having earlier, of all the people, Floyd, that you could make famous, that you could make rich. I hate to always make it black and white, but I just gotta be genuine.
Man.
Like, we are supposed to look out for
Support
us.
your
We all we
people.
got. like
I'm with you.
there was nobody else, celebrity, no celebrity, boxer, no boxer. I mean, you could have did a charity event if that's what you was just trying to do, was trying to bring fame to somebody else. Like, you know, he is about the money though, right? Like this is there's
all
nothing
money ain't
is
good
all
money if
green
you
for
can't even
Floyd.
read.
No.
And I don't want to go there.
Where are
because,
we going?
No.
I wasn't ready.
No,
What did
I'm sorry. Nah, because support black
Reading is
businesses, and I
fundamental,
just
but he
don't
can
feel
get
like
help with that.
we do enough, even at that level, to say we're going
Like-
to support black boxers. No, man.
Ain't no shit like that.
No,
You
man.
killing me, Swamp.
No, I'm
Today you
sorry.
were killing me.
I'm sorry. No, we gotta
Who
support.
can't read? I'm not. I'm sorry, folks. You just threw it in and kept moving. Like, what? You right.
No, like, because then all money ain't good money if you ain't getting your money to give you the essential skills that you need. No, support black boxers. That's all
Count
I
it
gotta
up.
say.
Count it up, count it up,
And
count it
someone
up.
bringing
He
the
can't
saying,
read,
this
he
is
can
not
count.
the
Clearly, that's
first
what he thinking.
boxer that he's put on the map that was not black.
Exactly.
And
That's what
that
I'm saying.
is
It's
the
bigger than this. It's bigger than that. When you got platforms and you got this, you got the capability to make it happen for you. Could change somebody's life, right? Like, I don't know this young man, and I don't want to just assume that he's privileged.
23 million followers. He's got somebody
He's
rolling.
something is happening for him where he's already, you know, in a good place. And I'm not saying that it's all about saving somebody and being the savior. I'm just saying, like, when you got the chance, like, put on for somebody else. Go find a, you know, amateur black young boxer that is, you know, if you were to look in his town or in his little, he's good and he could stand up to you. Like, I don't know. I know that it takes a lot to be a boxer. You have to train, and so, you know, finding somebody, it is a real thing. You can't just go and pick any Joe Blow off the street. But why this guy? Why, like, I don't know.
Well, I don't know. You can pick anybody off. They just put,
Well, he's
they
still an
just pick
amateur boxer. This
Logan
guy,
Paul.
Logan, is still an amateur boxer. Like, he's a big YouTuber, but I think he's still, like, trained. He's still, like, is an amateur boxer, right? So I get it, but
Anybody can be an amateur.
you're right. You can. And I know
If
there's
your
some
money,
other
if
amateur
your
boxers.
money talk.
I know, shit, Denver got some amateur
Shit
boxers
walk.
up in here that could probably go toe-to-toe with Floyd. But again, I never want to knock and kick a brother down because he's still doing things, but staying relevant, I guess. But I was just like, why this guy? Why now? Like, Floyd, you ain't hurting for nothing. Like, you could have had a boxing camp. You could have started your own and had other little boxers fighting each other and raising money and getting them money. Like, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, well, we just gave you guys a lot of tea to
lot of
digest
tea.
and take with into the weekend. But
It's a
you
lot.
know, I mean, I'm excited to get into.
What's on the fashion
What's on
today?
this
Hey. So
I love your shirt
Why, thank you.
and your earrings.
Square bear.
These earrings.
Sometimes in the
are-
square, sometimes in not.
Okay,
You like it?
I like it.
Thank
I like
you.
it.
Thank you.
They do.
Well, today's fashion tidbit, listen. We know with fashion, it always changes, but it always comes back, right? Everything come back. Culottes come back. Fedora, everything comes back. Nothing different than this week's fashion highlight and spotlight. I am highlighting matching sets.
Ooh. I thought you was gonna hit me with some prints. I was like, "Oh, take me! Oh, you gonna hit me with the
Well,
Geo Metro?"
A lot of my sets that I picked have prints, you know, print patterns. But
okay.
I don't know if y'all paying
Show
attention,
me.
you know, what's hot right now. And it's the sets. It's the year of the sets, or the season of the sets, or it's
Season
just
of the
set
set,
time.
yeah.
So sets, by sets I mean like tops and bottoms, whether it's shorts, whether it's skirts, whether it's pants, and they match your top. And so here you have a lot of patterns, but even a lot of men are doing sets now. You see the
But
short
even
set.
the unisex, you just showed one of the great unisex.
Of the great
and I think
unisex.
that that's big if you want to really match with your man.
Yeah,
or just
sets
an
is
even,
everywhere now.
like, textures and colors. This
Yep.
is it.
Look at the men's, like I love the men's wear and how men are really getting into that fashion, and a lot of it is with the matchy. I used to like matchy, like this is matchy, but it's work. It works now. Like it's
Listen.
really in. You can, you know, dress it up, wear it casual. You know, some of the prints are a little wild, but you know, I'm all about it. I'm all about like just letting your body be your canvas and wear what you want to wear. So shout out to the matching sets, and like you said, you can match with your homies, you can match with your man, your mate. Yeah, I guess matching with your homies is not in. I take that back.
Not grown.
Take
not
it back.
grown.
Take backs. But no, you can definitely, match it with your boo thing. So shout out to the sets. I bet if y'all pay attention this summer, you're gonna see a lot of sets out there. A lot of little two pieces, pants sets, open shirts, flowing
just
sets.
ready to go.
Yeah, just
Throw
ready to
on.
go. Yep.
Yeah.
Matchy.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah.
love a good matchy. Or just, I'm a big person that loves solid colors. So
Yeah.
if you're gonna go all the way, go all the way. I'm
Yeah.
gonna hit you with a straight lime green. I'm
Just all
or
lime.
sometimes color block it. But I've just been really now into solid colors. Just
Yeah,
solid me
I
out
like
with
a
that
solid.
same color.
Same.
I've been into that. So
I like it, and then you
sets.
can mix it with a little pop of something, a little pop of lip,
Yeah.
a pop of shoe, or something like that.
Right.
So, yeah. But these are super cute. Like
Yeah.
even the pants, like I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Like guys, don't be scared to get y'all set game up. Like
Get your
That
set
sound like
in your
gangbang.
man sandals.
yeah, get your set game, and your man sandals
Get your
on.
man
You feel me?
sandals.
Get them knees and them
Sandals.
toes lotioned up and get them out. Show them. Let's show them this summer.
Sandals.
You feel me? Well, there it is. That's another show, shawty.
Another one.
There's another one, another show. Before we go, like, can you just quick answer? Bonnet, no bonnet.
You better not walk out this house in a bonnet. When you step out this motherfucking house, you step out as if you are ready for the day. That's what I push y'all.
I'm
No,
with
it
you,
doesn't
Shawty.
always happen like that, y'all. I got a teenager. It doesn't always happen like because
She walks out with a bonnet on?
no.
Oh, I was about to say, you were not
No,
letting
but
her
I'm
walk out
talking
with no
about like taking it past the bonnet, right?
bonnet. The world
There is a lot of women and young ladies who have lost pride in getting dressed for
appearance.
the day.
Yes.
Just it's okay to do your hair.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's a
okay
laziness.
to actually put on some clothes that is not a sweat and a t-shirt.
And not a t-shirt.
So, and I just feel like we've just lost that. But
We
then
have.
they want a nigga
Right.
who want to.
But y'all wearing bonnets, like, is this even like something you should just throw out there? Like, seriously. I do wear a bonnet to go to bed, but sometimes I'll be feeling self-conscious, don't even want to wear my bonnet to bed.
Yeah, 'cause
like,
your man
my
looking at you
like, oh my
crazy.
gosh, let me just put this on when he's about to sleep.
Wait,
But
that's a good question, men. How do you feel
How do
about
you feel about a
your
bonnet?
woman wearing a bonnet at night?
Some
is it
men-
like when you first meet her, you want to see her with her hair, you want to get a little frisky with her hair, and then is it okay for her to put on the bonnet, or do you allow her to?
Nah,
go ahead
we
and put
don't
on
need to
that
wear
bonnet.
bonnets. Y'all just need to be able to pay for it to get done. Nah, I'm just playing. But like
Point.
you see these bonnets, like they're making. I knew we was going somewhere wrong when I start seeing bedazzled bonnets. I'm like, bedazzle your
Bedazzled?
bonnet. You going to bed? Like yeah, like. Cause they want to wear them out. I'm not with it. I'm sorry for all the bonnet wearing out in the public. I get it. Things happen. But at bare minimum, go from a bonnet to a do-rag. Like I could take
What
a
if I
scarf,
got my
maybe.
bandana though? What if I got a little bandana?
But
Does that
bandanas
count?
are different
Does
than
that-
bonnets. Bonnets is like a whole shower
Oh, you
bag.
gotta
It's a
tie it
whole
up.
shower.
It's this big.
It's
Okay.
a silky shower cap. Like, let's talk about it. That's all it really is. Would you wear your shower cap out? No. So again,
And who is still wearing
Look.
do-rags? Wait. And who is still wearing do-rags in 91
Exactly.
degree
Let's talk about it.
91 degree weather? So, man, you are not off the hook. I seen a man today.
I don't want to see a do-rag out. Like, and you could tell me, I'm just running out real quick. Running out is like you ran, dropped something off at the mailbox and came out. Running out real quick is not going to the store, not going to the mall, not going to pick up something to eat. That ain't no
Listen,
real quick.
I feel bad when I'm in my backyard with
Right,
my bonnet
me
on,
too.
watering my plants
I don't
on my
love it.
property.
First thing
'Cause
I
don't
do
want
when I get up,
nobody
get it
looking over me. So now I'm like, nah, let me go ahead. I don't want. Let me
this
take it off. I
bonnet
don't even will the trash out with it
Do-rags,
on.
No, we are done with the do-rag phase. Like that is for your waves to get nice while you sleeping or in the house. Take it off, folks.
Yeah.
Take it off. And I'm not trying to knock them, but I think I am saying no to bonnets out in the public. Again, I'm with you. We've become a lazy world. Hence why Crocs are back popular. Who the hell's wearing Crocs?
I mean, Nicki Minaj made the pink Crocs sell out within an hour. She made
It's
their
ridiculous.
whole website crash.
How you
We
gonna get
talked
busy
about
with a
that.
Croc? What if something happens? Some gunshots? You can't really like what you gonna do?
Don't let
Not even
those,
gunshots. I'm
listen,
talking about a dog.
don't let your Croc get wet. You doomed. You doomed. You will
And
be
I
on
got
a-
some Crocs,
you
but
will
I
be
don't
on a, you
wear
will be
like
on a slip and slide. Break your
you
ankle.
can't do
Don't do
nothing in
it.
a Croc. So a Croc is made for a person to be at
Well,
home or be doing nothing. I
Get you a
just
Croc
learned.
titty shoe.
I
Get
just
you a
learned
little
you can
Croc
do a
titty
sports. You can go Croc sports. That's when you flip it up, and and then,
I'm done
then they
with
got
it.
another name for it. Like, dang, I can't remember it. But it's like, you went sport croc, auntie. I'm like, what's sport croc? Oh, you flipped it up. You put the little tab in front of you. But if the tab's behind your heel, it's no, just tell you it got a different name to it. You know, they got me the little stickers that you put in. I'm on my croc game. Yeah, get it out of here. Who's wearing these out in the public?
Listen,
it's the same people with the bonnets
I got some
and the
Crocs, y'all.
do-rags.
Don't let her shade on you. I got some Crocs with the fur on the inside.
I do
And
got
in
some Crocs. I got two pair of
wintertime,
Crocs.
they come. Wait, are those leopard Crocs?
Stop. You
Wait
ain't seen
a
the leopard
minute.
Crocs.
Oh shit!
Man, if you don't cut
They
it
done
out.
got the leopard Crocs. I need a pair.
That's old
I'm
news,
gonna wear them.
That's old
I'm
news.
over
Cut
35.
it out.
I'm
Cut
over
it out.
35. I gotta support the knees and the ankles.
Well, if you out in
And the feet.
if you out in Crocs, you can be
And
in a
the
Croc.
feet.
Don't let me see you in no bonnet. I don't want to see it. I don't want
Okay.
to see it.
So
So
let me have
shout
my
out to
Crocs.
all of y'all that's mad about it. I said it too. Keep your Crocs and your bonnets at the crib. Crocs you can get a little bit. Crocs is coming back. I guess you can get them, but no bonnets.
Okay.
No bonnets for me.
All right.
All right.
You done wrapped up a couple of times and then kept coming
Can't
back.
come back, man, because the
So
bonnets,
much
I had
so.
to ask that about the bonnets, what's going on, but, you know. I'd love to hear y'all's take on some bonnets. Send me some pictures if y'all out here doing the bonnet life. How do you style a bonnet? I'm just, what does a bonnet style look like?
That's next week conversation because I'm like bonnets and then head wraps. Okay, next because the bitches are throwing on head wraps.
Hair wrap in a bonnet is different.
But no, I done seen the crazy looking little head wraps that not every head wrap look right, friend.
Now, you might not know how to wrap it right, but it's made for a head
Almost.
wrap, not a bonnet.
I
Bonnet
don't
is
know.
made to go to sleep in, but okay.
I don't know.
Okay, I blame Toya. Toya Wright. You know she came out with a bonnet brand. I blame her. I can't get over the bonnets. And we didn't talk about it last week. I blame her. Look, he didn't put it back up. Yeah. If I see you like that in the streets, we got smoke. Not really. Not really. Not really. I'm going to pierce my lips. Like, really? That's what we doing. All right, y'all. Well, thank y'all for joining us. It was another great show talking about a whole bunch of foolery, little sports. Y'all keep an eye out for the Denver Nuggets. I'm live right now. I don't know the score. I hope we're winning. But if not tonight, we have another chance Sunday. So let's go Nuggets in the playoffs.
I'm a Denver native. Let's go.
Whatever. Till
80 to
next
72.
time. Excuse me?
The score is 80 to 72.
Let's go. Who?
We're not winning. Son.
80 to 72. That's only 8 points. We solid. Let's go Nuggets. All right. Till next time. Thank you all for joining us. We will see y'all next week. Y'all know what it is. Our network, 8 p.m. every Friday. Catch the F Effect. I'm your girl Hillary.
Shawty!
Till next time. Y'all be safe. God bless. Peace.
Smooth operator.